community. So before I unmute it, do you have any other last comments? Anyone from our panel? Any thoughts before I unmute it and open it to the attendees?
I really just want to be here and answer any thoughts or questions or concerns that people might have.
Great. So I just unmuted it. Does anybody want to speak up and say something? You can raise your hand.
Looks like they're still muted, Jay.
Oh, are they personally? No, I think I unmuted them. I think those people can now. There you go.
Yeah, people can unmute themselves now.
Now you can unmute themselves, yes.
Yes. All right. Does anybody, well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come out, even though you're not out, we're not in an auditorium presenting, but coming to take your time and listen to our presentation. It's, we hope that you are successful in your journey here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I am going to right now put my name again and my number in the chat. I'm available for any kind of communication or any kind of questions that you may have, and connect you to any kind of resources that we have throughout the whole university. So I'm going to do that while we do this, and then if anybody again has any questions, feel free to ask, and then if not, we'll wrap it up.
We've been joined by one of our chairs in our bachelor's program for our child development, child and adolescent development, Bridget Monks, right with me. She's faculty member. She joined us late. I just want to welcome her and say thank you for coming along.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. I did see her there. Thank you, Dr. Monks, for joining us.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here. I was in another Zoom meeting, but I thought I want to join this one too.
She's out in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Great.
Since you talk about my passion too, social justice and diversity, that's why I originally joined Union as a faculty member.
Great.
There you go.
Great. I do hope to be able to get more, both on the student side and faculty side, to share more stories like this that we can put out there so that more people learn about Union and how we can be successful, how they can be successful in their journeys.
Yes.
I really appreciate everyone's time, and I hope you all feel like I do, that this is valuable and you all learned. Lisette.
Hi, good evening, everybody. You all know my name, Lisette. My question is, where in Florida is the campus?
We are in Hollywood, Florida. I don't know. Are you in Florida? Do you know the area?
I am. I'm in Florida, South Florida.
Great. So we're in Hollywood, Florida. The campus is on 46th and Sheridan. So if you know that big Sheridan Plaza, we're right before that. Our offices are currently closed, but we hope to be opening up soon once we can know what's better going on in the world.
Okay. Because I'm interested in the clinical mental health counseling. So I know that does require to go, I think, to Cincinnati.
To Cincinnati, yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the clinical mental health program does have residencies in Cincinnati. They did do it virtually this year because of the pandemic.
Okay.
And, depending on how travel goes in the future, they do want to, restart the live residency portions of it.
Okay.
I believe that's a 5-day residency once a year.
Really? That's not so bad. Once every, I thought I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. Actually, I got a flyer about 2 years ago and in the mail when I first moved here, and I was interested because I had tried to attend graduate school and I couldn't finish. So I became really overwhelmed, and the picture of the person, I'll be honest, was somebody my age, the woman of a certain age. So I thought, this would be perfect for me because I was surrounded in graduate school as a grad assistant with around a lot of 20-year-olds and a lot of people with a lot of energy who can stay up all night and write their papers and read the books and read all the articles, and I just, life, like Amy said before, life just happened, and I got a little bit overwhelmed, but yeah, with what's been happening what's happened and what's been happening, what we're just becoming aware of now, because it's this, we can see it, we all saw it with our own eyes, and I felt just extremely helpless. And I feel like there's a calling on for me to do something. I really want to be able to help. Anyway, give somebody a hug if I, and it's just made me feel so, like I want to just go out and do something. I'm excited, and I hope that this is going to be for me. I've been talking to I think her name is Amy Hornberger. So been kind of just looking in on it, and I hope this is a time for me to jump in. And I really appreciate you sharing your real experiences, because I'm always trying to get things in line before I go and do something. And I appreciate that you said you'll never really be ready. You just have to do it. So
You gotta jump. You can always
thank you.
walk.
Yeah.
You can always walk to the end of the diving board, but sometimes you just gotta jump off of it.
Right, and your next entrance point is September, so now's about the time to get in touch
Okay.
about applications and things.
And I finally
Okay,
posted
well.
I finally posted my correct number in the chat. I was mistyping for the first 2 times, but please call me, reach out to me. My email is j.teen. I'll put that down also.
Okay.
And for everyone, we're here for you. This is what this was about, to show you that Union is, we're here for you. And we've done this for many years. We have the experience, and we want to be able to continue, supporting each one of you in your journey. Thank you very much.
Can I
Amy,
say just one
yeah,
thing to
I see.
Lisette? Lisette, I was listening to you, and we need more people like you with your passion in that field. And so I'm excited about the fact that you're going to come. So anytime you need to talk, I'm here too. And I have no problem at all just to help or anything. But, best wishes to you. And I look forward to seeing you in the fall somewhere on a Zoom or in the roll call, whatever, to know that you're part of Union Institute.
And Kevin raised his hand, and I know it's going to be a book recommendation for me. Can you ask him?
No, Kevin, you just muted yourself. You got to unmute. Kevin?
Hey.
But he was unmuted for a second.
Oh, man.
Did
There
that?
you go, Kevin.
That did it. Okay. Sorry about that. I just hit the wrong button, then it wouldn't let me sort of recant what I did. Yes. Well, Christopher, I will slake your curiosity here in a second. But my question would be, I have my master's and would be interested in the PhD program in interdisciplinary studies, I suppose.
Mhm.
And this might have been answered already, but the residency, I'm in New Jersey, so there is no campus near me, but that's not necessarily an issue, of course, and I can drive to Ohio or Florida. But what would the residency requirements be for an on-campus residency?
So the
The
PhD,
res-
okay, Amy, you know better because you're in it. So,
I was going to say, as a doctoral student, we're required to do 6 residencies. And so and depending on, and Jay, you may know more now, because I know we may be switching from 6 months to with the terms. I'm not sure, but under the cohort that I'm in, every 6 months you go. So you do 6 residencies. When you do those 6 residencies, that's all you have to do. That doesn't mean that you graduate at that time. It just means that you fulfill that requirement of 6 residencies. We do go to Ohio. That is, and people come from all over. This was the first year, just last week, the 2nd through the 10th, we had residency, but it was our first virtual residency. But after you do those 6 residencies, And then, you know, people still come back to the residencies, but it's not a requirement. You just have the 6 that you're required to attend.
Okay.
Right.
And Chris, all of that stuff up there is sheet music, actually, just so you
Music.
know. I'm
All
a
right.
professional musician. I do have a phone consultation scheduled with Stephanie Schramm this upcoming week.
Yep.
So I have a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask her about what a specific program might look like and what a curriculum would be. So I'm sure she's going to be able to get to all those questions. But anyway, it was nice meeting
Awesome.
everybody.
Great. And it was nice meeting you. Nice meeting everyone. Is there any last ones? I don't want to cut people off if they do have questions, but the time is getting late. All right. Well, I really appreciate everyone's time. And again, please feel free to reach out to any one of us, to an admissions counselor if you have any further questions, to anybody on the academic side. We're here for you. And I hope you really enjoyed this time. I know I did. So again, I want to really appreciate and really thank Christopher Pyle, who is a double alumnus of our programs, a BS from in Sacramento. And he also got his master's in science of organizational leadership. And then Amy is currently going for a PhD with a lot of specializations and a certificate, and she keeps going and going and going. So she's and it's a great resource to everyone who's interested. And Dr. Frederick, thank you so much for joining us and giving us the academic perspective and the faculty side. Have a good night, everyone, and stay safe, most importantly. Take